Hey everybody, it's me, Angel Benton, and it is time for another edition of Angel Sudsy Recap, where we delve into the world of daytime television and we do a few reality shows on the side. Just to let you all know, I did the Disneyland 5K this morning, and it was a breeze. It was real simple. I did the whole thing in the dark. It was because the race started at 5 a.m. Now the corral I was in, we didn't start till 5:10, but still, I finished at 5:52. That's when I crossed the finish line, so it only took me 42 minutes. So, and that was only because, although that is a personal best for me, actually, but that's just because there were certain areas of the course that were very narrow and there was a lot of people, so you just have to walk or else you're going to trample over people, and that's not very Disney. So tomorrow morning is the 10K, and then Sunday is the half marathon. Now, in terms of temperature, first of all, I trained in the Vegas heat, so this is like a day in Vegas. This isn't even, and it wasn't even that hot at 5 in the morning, to be perfectly honest with you. But so what I did was it's supposed to be 100 and I think like 6. That's what it's supposed to top out at tomorrow. But it's only supposed to top out at like 94 on Sunday. We'll see. Tomorrow's a 10K, so it's about twice as long as this morning, but we'll see how it goes. I mean, the only thing that really kind of troubles me is that there was I'm sort of getting a blister on my right heel, but I did get it. I went out and got a pedicure after the race, and my feet, they're not the best they've ever looked, but that's just because just my nails weren't that pretty before, even to begin with. But they look pretty damn close. They look pretty fierce. So I'm enjoying my pedicure a lot. All right. So, and the woman who did it, her name was Lisa. She was so sweet. She was the best. I'm going to totally make an appointment with her. I know it wasn't my roommate Lisa. This was Lisa. And she works at Nail Time in Burbank. She's great. So if you ever get a chance to go see Lisa at Nail Time, she's fabulous. All right, so let's talk about Days of Our Lives. So this week was actually great because last week, Angelica died at the end of the week. And you know what I have to say about that? Thank God. Thank God someone came in and saw that clunker of a storyline and is going, what the hell is she doing here? Why is she here? What is her purpose? Saw that she did not have a purpose and gave her a purpose by dying, which was great because Lucas, who was drunk and was with Adrian, or who he thought was Adrian, and it was actually Bonnie. And God fucking bless Bonnie for getting some dick. Good for you. You get it, girl. You hop on that. That is fierce. She's only been in jail for 10 years. I mean, come on, right? So I think that's great. But he knew it wasn't Adrian at the time because last week he was like, you're not Adrian, because her breasts look different because Adrian's breasts have been reconstructed and Bonnie's haven't. So he was like, whoa, wait a minute. And then, but he passed out. And so now he thinks, oh my God, no wonder I didn't think it was Adrian's body because it wasn't Adrian. I had sex with Angelica Devereaux, right? And she's dead. And he's like, oh my God, how did she die? I don't remember her dying. I don't remember killing her. I don't know what's going on. And so that is great because, first of all, I've got to give Brian Datillo, who plays Lucas, I've got to give him major props because he is the front burner right now and he is doing a fantastic job. He's doing a I haven't seen him so in story in it since God, years ago, at least 10 years ago. So it's been a while. So good for him because he's pulling it off like no one's business. Okay, so here's another thing. They did announce online today that Lisa Rinna is coming back to the show as Billy Reed. Here's why I'm not going to jump up for joy just yet. You know I love me some Lisa Rinna. Own it. But last time, they've done this before. She's come and gone a few times. So it's not like she's, been on the show and then she left and now she's coming back. No, she's had a couple comebacks already. And with the last comeback that she had, she was woefully underused. I mean, severely underused. She had one, I mean, her big comeback scene too was her walking out and meeting Kate. And it's like, okay. And then they had a couple Countess Wilhelmina business things, and then that was it. And then she left. Like, and she had one dinner with Lucas and her mom, and that was it. And it's like, really, girl? I mean, like, that has nothing to do with her. It's not her fault. They make a big hoopla about bringing her back, though, when they didn't give her shit to do. Now, in all fairness, that wasn't the last writing regime's issue. That was actually a couple of writing regimes ago. So, but still, that's why I'm going to wait and see what the story is with her before I say, oh, I'm so glad she's back. Not if she's not doing shit, you know? I mean, I'm glad Lisa Rinna is getting a paycheck. That's great. But I don't know if, I'm going to be so thrilled if she's not doing anything, for Billy Reed, So we'll see. Again, that's not a yay or a nay. It's a we'll wait and see. Okay. So Hattie, played by Deidre Hall, Hattie is having the fucking time of her life, and God bless her. She is killing me. She's the one that concocted that scheme to have Lucas in bed with naked Angelica Devereaux. Hilarious. And she's the one, she had a scene with Andre DiMera, and she basically, who is Alfie, and she basically got to tell him off. And that was great. And she's kind of got him, dangling by a thread, because the whole reason he went to see her is because he wants her help. Because he thinks she's Marlena. So he needs Marlena's help to write him a psychiatric evaluation saying that he's fine. Right? So she is using this opportunity to really string him along, and that's the only reason she even agreed to help him at all is because he said that Kate was kissing Roman, and Hattie loves her some Roman, and she was like, oh, what? He's too good for her. Now, if we recall, way back in the day, back when Hattie had her own face, before she got Marlena's face, she worked at the diner with Kate and with Faye, who is Nicole's. First of all, wait. I gotta tell you, I gotta give the writing team props, because they are using history in a big way. First of all, there's a lot of references to Angelica and Justin's son, Alexander, which they've been doing quite a few references, and that makes sense because with both parents on the canvas, regardless of the fact that Alexander hasn't been seen for a while, it makes sense that they would mention him, but that's good, right? With the character of Bonnie, there's a lot of things that she's doing that if you were studying about someone, you might say, but the actual people who, like, for example, she's studying about people in Salem, right? And she called Hope Fancy Face today, and Hope was like, what? Because, Bo called her Fancy Face, and Adrian never called her Fancy Face, so she was like, oh, okay. And there was another time where she kind of slipped up a little bit, and she hates her some Maggie Horton. She hates Maggie. And listen, I don't have a problem with Maggie. I love Maggie. I think Maggie's great. And if anything, I think this is really good, because maybe this will bring her front burner, and we'll get to see some rivalry because Bonnie hates Maggie, but Maggie doesn't know that Adrian is actually Bonnie. So she's, thinking, why is Adrian, giving me shit, So, and they've talked about Mickey Horton, another good use of history, which is not a long time ago history, but it's relevant. So that's good. Also, they talked about Claire, and this was great because it was a use of history by a younger character, which was great though, because she was talking about Theo and how Theo is a good, Theo would be missed if Theo were to go away, leave town, he would be missed by Lonnie and also by Brandon. And Brandon is his brother because that's Abe's kid with Faye. So Nicole's brother is actually Abe's kid. And that was decades ago, and I had forgotten about that. But I had forgotten about that. And I was like, oh my God, that's totally right. I totally forgot about that. So I've got to give Days major props because they are definitely using the show's history in a good way. It's really fierce. I love the way that they're doing it. They're doing an awesome job. Kudos to Ron Carlivati and to my friend Ryan, because he's still on the staff as a script consultant, right? So good job to both of you. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. The Salem Days are getting better and better, and I think it's fantastic. So if you haven't watched it yet, you definitely need to watch Days of Our Lives. So thank you so much for logging on today. I do appreciate it. Please feel free to follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Angel Benton. You can hashtag Days to talk Days of Our Lives, or you can hashtag YR to talk Young and the Restless. I'll be doing that tomorrow after I'm done with the 10K. And then also, you can also hit that subscribe button on my YouTube channel to get my YouTube videos sent to your inbox every single day. Okay, thank you so much for logging on. Have a wonderful night. Peace out. Wubba, wubba, wubba.